Good afternoon, welcome to today's bodyweight training session from home. This is a full body workout, but as always with these bodyweight sessions, there's going to be a good emphasis on the core. I've only got a chair that I'm going to use. Other than that, you won't need any equipment whatsoever. We've got 2 circuits to do of 14 exercises, working for 45 seconds on each exercise. Let's get into a little warm up. Just starting off with a squat, feet hip width apart, and then bend the knees. Sit back on the heels, lift the chest. Try and keep the chest lifted as much as you can, so it's loosen up through the hips. Okay, good. Then we're going to move on to walking out to a press up. You can go down on your knees if you need to, so we'll walk to that press up position, 1 press up, and then walk the hands back and then repeat. So if you need to, put the knees down, and then press up and then walk back. Make sure we're keeping the abs nice and tight. Starting to warm up the upper body. Keep that going. So a full body workout, like I said. We've got a good core section towards the end, but lots of the exercises will involve the core. Just do last couple of reps on that one there. Okay, good. Stand up into a split lunge. So we take a big step back and then we're just going back down with the back knee, keeping the chest up. So nice and tall. Starting to loosen up through the front of that back hip. And then we change into a backward step. So we step the foot in and then big step back. So we're keeping 1 foot forward and then nice big step back. And then we'll swap it over, start with a split lunge, so just down, straight down with that back knee, keep the chest lifted. And then step in and step back, nice big step. Okay, good, let's go down into a press up. And then into a twist, so you can do this on your knees if you need to. Knees or toes, we go down into the press up and then we rotate. So if you're on your knees, you straighten the top leg. Let's try and get a good rotation so we start to open up through the chest, through the shoulder joint. So it's knees or toes, but a good twist. So we try to stack the shoulder joint above the wrist. So really get that good rotation. This is actually one of the exercises we've got in the workout. Okay, good. We'll move on to this version of the dips. This is an alternative later on when we get to the full dips on the chair. Take the hands behind, bend the elbows, and then push back up. Try and keep the elbows squeezed back, lift the chest up. So we're getting a good stretch through the chest. Like I said, this is an option later on when we get to the dips. So if you need to use it, then use it. Better to keep working rather than to stop. I will try and give alternatives where I can in the workout. Okay, good, hold that there. Last thing on the warm up, we'll come up into a squat and then to a backward stepping lunge. So big step back, squat, lunge. So it's up to you. You can start to increase the intensity by staying lower, keeping the bend in the knee. So we stay low, but we try and keep chest up. Or you can break it down and do each movement separately, squat, lunge, whatever works for you. We're still warming up, although we're coming to the end of the warm up now. Last exercise. Just do last 5 seconds on that one. Okay, good, hold it there. Right, little rest, grab a drink. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up before we go. It does help me out, so it is appreciated when you do it. All these workouts go on the playlist. Check out the workout from yesterday, which was a full body circuit workout where I just used a pair of dumbbells. Later today we've got a HIIT workout, so there's 2 workouts today. But don't forget, all the workouts go on the playlist, so anytime you need a workout, have a look, see what's on there, see what you've missed. You can go way back to when we started, which was nearly a year ago now, coming up to obviously when the first lockdown started, end of March. So you've got over 240 workouts on there. This workout, like I said, we've got 14 exercises. We're going to work for 45 seconds on each. We're starting off with a pike press up. So I'm going to use the chair for this. Feet up, we try and get the hips up high, and then we go down, hand in front, head in front of the hands if we can. You can do it on the floor, I'll show you that option as we go, but the main aim is to get the hips up high so we get that angle. Right, get ready to go. This is the first exercise, 45 seconds. I'll start the clock. Now off you go when you're ready. Join in when you're ready. Watch if you're not sure first. Head goes down in front of the hands if we can, and we try and keep the hips up high. So we're getting a good stretch through the hamstrings. But we're trying to get that angle at the body. So working the shoulders. So on the floor would look like this. We're still trying to get the hips up high. In other words, you try and have the hands as close to the feet to start off with as possible. Head down in front of the hands. Last couple of reps. Okay, good. Right, moving on. Tricep dips. I'm going to use the chair. You've got that version I showed you in the warm-up if you need it. Starting the clock now. So we squeeze the elbows back, lift the chest, and then we stay close as we go straight down. The feet further away is harder. You can bring the feet closer to make it easier. Bend the knees, feet flat on the floor, and then we get a little bit of assistance or more assistance from the legs. Or like I said, the version you did in the warm-up, that's always an option. So we lean back, we're still getting that bend through the elbows. Triceps should be feeling it now, especially after the pike press up. Okay, good, hold it there, moving on. I did this one yesterday in the circuit class, the reptile crawl. Knee goes to the outside of the elbow, try and stay low. Watch if you're not sure, join in when you're ready. I'll start the clock. So we're gonna crawl across, knee to the outside of the elbow, stay low. We move opposite hand at the same time as the opposite leg. And then if we're coming back, really try and dig that heel of the hand into the floor as we're pushing back, but you can spin around and go forwards both ways if you need to. Try and stay low, get that knee right to the outside of the elbow. Last 10 seconds. Last 5. Okay, relax. Next up, pistol squat. We do one leg then the other. It's not the way I normally do it. You can use your chair, you can hold on to something if you need to. Basically a single leg squat. We try and control that down phase. I'll start the clock now. Watch if you're not sure. The lower you go, the harder it is. So if you've got a lower chair or a step, then that'll make it harder. But try and control that down phase. So the other option is to come down, one foot, both feet down to push up. So we're always stronger when we lower the weight. So in this case it's the body weight, down slow. You can also use that other leg as assistance to put the heel down. So you've got a little bit of help from the other leg. Last 5 seconds. Okay, good. Then we're just going to swap it over, same with the other leg down. Off you go when you're ready, straight into it. Nice and controlled. Slow on the way down. So the lower you go, the harder it is. But control on the down phase. Last 10 seconds. Okay, good. Moving on, next one, tricep press. So we go from a press up position with the hands slightly higher, and then we bend the elbows, lower the forehead in between the hands. Watch, if you're not sure, you can do this one on your knees if you need to. I'll start the clock now. So hands are down in front of the head rather than underneath the shoulders, if not slightly higher than that, and then we bend the elbows so the head comes down in between the hands. Try and keep the elbows squeezed in. You can do it on your knees if you need to. Isolating the triceps, but we're definitely going to feel it in the core as well. We need to stay strong through the abs, tuck the pelvis underneath. Down on the knees if you need to. Coming into the last couple of reps. Okay, good. Then we're going to move on to press up twist. So like how we did in the warm up, again, you can do it on your knees if you need to, knees or toes. Off you go, press up twist. So really feeling it now in the triceps after that exercise we did previously. And then following it on with this one. But let's get a good twist, good rotation, open up chest. Down on the knees is the option. Use it when you need it. In which case, as we twist, we straighten the top leg. So that will allow for more rotation. Coming to the last 10 seconds. Okay, good. Next one, we're going to use a chair for the Bulgarian lunge. So we do one leg, followed by the other leg, 45 seconds on each. Starting the clock, off you go. So it's a nice big step forward, and then we bend that back knee down. So trying to stay nice and tall. We're getting a good stretch down through the hip flexors on that back leg. So if you're tight here, you're going to want to tip forward. Try and work against that. So we're getting that good stretch. Lift the chest up. So a lot of these exercises are good to mobilize as well as strengthen if we're doing the movements correctly. Last 10 seconds. Last 5. Okay, go. So then just change it over, same with the other foot behind. Off you go when you're ready. 45. Stay nice and tall. Try and take that big step forward. Coming to the last 10 seconds. Last 5. And hold it there. Moving on, next one, we're going to walk out. Further you go with the hands, the harder it is. Tuck the pelvis underneath. You can go down on the knees if you need to. Watch if you're not sure. 45 seconds. So we walk out like we did in the warm-up, but we take the hands further. You dictate how far you take the hands. Further you go, the harder it is. You can hold there for longer. And then as soon as we start walking back, we release the tension from the abs. So it's up to you how you want to work this one. Can go down on your knees as well. So you can hold that extended position for longer. But let's make sure we stay nice and tight through here. So if you feel it in the lower back, let's try and tuck pelvis underneath so we're getting more tension in the abs. And obviously, like I said, you can just shorten the movement if you need to. Last 5 seconds. Okay, good. Right, next one. Going from the press up position, down, down, and then we twist. Twist on the second arm down. Change the lead hand, so then you should twist the other way on the next rep. Watch if you're not sure, start the clock now. Knees or toes. So we go down, down, twist on that second arm down. Change the lead hand, so then we twist the other way. Change the lead hand every rep. And on the knees, the option again with a twist, we straighten that top leg to allow for more rotation. Another one to certainly work the triceps. Also got the abs and the obliques in there. Last 5 seconds. Okay, good. Spin around, working the abs. Reverse crunch, hands down, legs up. We control the movement. Off you go. 45. So the hips come up, and then control on the way down. So remember, with this one, we can pause in between the reps. So we're just going for good quality reps. Try not to let the hips drop. You can even try and challenge yourself by holding the movement at the top to come up to the top and hold for a second or two. But we try and maintain that control as you come down. Coming into the last 10 seconds, we just got 2 more exercises to come. 5 seconds. Okay, good. Right, last 2. Lie down or stay where you are there, but let's bring the feet up, flat on the floor, bend the knees, lift the hips up, squeeze the glutes, and then we walk the feet out. So working hamstrings and glutes now. Walk out, squeeze, and then walk back. So either end, get that squeeze. So lift the hips, squeeze there, walk out, squeeze at the end. You dictate the tempo. There's constant tension here, so tempo is less important. We're working all the way through the rep. In fact, you probably get more out of it if you go slower and then focus on what it is we're trying to do. Also, you might feel it slightly in the lower back, which is fine. Working that area as well. Last rep or so. Okay, good. Last exercise, we've got twisting jackknife. You can do a twisting crunch as an alternative. I'll start the clock now so we can go all the way up, twist. So we lift the whole torso, or you can shorten it and just do the shoulder up across, lift the leg, opposite leg at the same time. So with this version, we keep the lower back down. So it's more of a crunch. So it's that full movement or the crunch version. Last one, and we have a little rest before we do that circuit again. 15 seconds. Keep it going all the way to the end. 10 seconds. Last few reps. And good, well done, hold it there. Right, so have a little rest, grab a drink. I'll keep it relatively brief. Now you know what we're doing. Hopefully we don't need to, we can get through the exercises quicker, less rest time in between each rep. Make sure you've given this video a thumbs up before we go on to that second circuit. Again, we're going to start off with a pike press up. So let's get the hips up high and then elbows in, hands narrow, relatively narrow, maybe shoulder width apart. So don't forget to check out the playlist. If you want another workout later, check out the workout I did yesterday if you missed it. I also did an abs and core on Saturday if you missed that one, but we've got a HIIT workout later tonight. So if you want to do anything else in between, then check the playlist out. Right, going back to that first one, pike press up. Let's get ready to go. Feet up on the step or down on the floor. Off you go, starting the clock, pike press up. Try and get the hips up nice and high. So you can do it on the floor if you need to. You've also got the option of having the hands raised slightly, so you can put the hands on the step. It's a slightly different angle, but we're still trying to get the hips up as high as we can. So we want that torso, the hips, as much above the hands as possible, so we're getting more work through the shoulder. Last 5 seconds. Okay, good. Moving on to dips. On the chair or on the floor, squeeze the elbows in. Off you go. 45 seconds. Squeeze the elbows, lift the chest. and then straight down. Feet further away is harder. So we can bend the knees, bring the feet in, or you've got that option down on the floor if you need it. Whichever way we do it, there we try and squeeze the shoulders back, squeeze the elbows in. So that helps us get that mobilization again through the chest. Also helps to target the triceps more. Last couple of reps. Okay, good. Moving on to the reptile crawl. Watch if you're not sure, join in when you're ready. 45 seconds, off you go. So we get the knee right to the outside. And then glide, nice and smooth. We're coming backwards back. Really got to dig that heel of the hand in. So a lot of work for the triceps, which we've just worked. So this one should be tough on that upper body. But you can spin around and go forwards both ways if you need to. 15 seconds. Keep going, last 5. Okay, good, hold it there. Onto pistol squat. So work one leg, followed by the other leg. 45, off you go. Nice and controlled. If you need to, you can hold on. You can use something for assistance. You can use the other leg for assistance. You straighten the leg, place the heel down, and then obviously you can use it as much as you need. But remember, we're stronger on the way down, so at least try and control that down phase. Even if you just do negatives, put both feet down to come back up. Last 10 seconds. Okay, good, so swap over, same on the other leg. Hold on. If you need to, off you go when you're ready. Use that other leg if you need to. But control on the way down. So you do the down phase with one foot down, and then the up phase with 2 feet if you need to. Coming to the last 10 seconds. Last 5. Okay, good, hold it there. Next up we've got a tricep press up, so hands are higher, forehead down in between the hands. If you want to, you can put your hands up on the step or the chair, will make it slightly easier. Knees or toes, off you go when you're ready. I'll just show you this. My step's quite high, my chair's quite high for this, but can be done. So you would just do it there, as opposed to doing it on the floor. With the hands higher, makes it slightly easier. Okay, or obviously do it in that press up position with the hands higher than normal. Chest goes down, or head goes down in between the hands. Down on the knees if you need to. And keep the elbows squeezed in, nice and tight. Just last couple of reps. And good, moving on to the press up twist. Get ready to go. Press up twist. Starting the clock. Knees or toes again. Get a good rotation. Get that good twist. Down on the knees, you just straighten that top leg as you twist. Last 10 seconds. Okay, good, moving on. Next up, we've got the Bulgarian lunge. It's a nice big step forward, 1 foot up, behind on the chair. Lift the chest, back knee down, off you go. So we're getting that good stretch down the front, through the hip, of that back leg. Try and stay as tall as you can. Keep it going, coming into the last 10 seconds. Nice and tall. Last 5. Okay, good. Change legs, same again. Big step. Off you go when you're ready. Nice and tall. Lift the chest. Straight down with the back knee. So again, if we do these exercises correctly, will help to mobilize as well as strengthen. So we're getting a good stretch through that hip. Help to loosen up through there. Lots of people are tight through the hips. So it's a good exercise for that. Keep it going, nice and tall, coming into the last 10 seconds. Last 5. Okay, moving on, we've got 5 more to do. Next up is the walkout. Go down on the knees if you need to. The further you go, the harder it is. Keep the abs tight. Off you go. Starting the clock. Join in when you're ready. The further you go, the harder it is. You can hold that end position for longer. You can also shorten the range so you don't come back as far before you go back out. So that way we're keeping more tension in the abs. The further you start to come back, the more you get a rest. We release a bit of tension on the abs as we're coming back. So you can stay in that end position for longer and just shorten that movement. Just tuck the pelvis underneath, keep the abs nice and tight. Coming into the last 10 seconds. Just got 4 more to come afterwards. Last 5. Okay, good. Then we go from the press up position, down, down, twist, twist onto the second arm down. Change the lead hand every rep so we alternate the twist. Off you go when you're ready. You can do it on your knees if you need to. Down, down, twist on the second arm down. And then we lead with the other hand first. Twist the other way. So then if you haven't got the pattern straight away, it might take a while to get it in the head. As long as we alternate the twist each time, you should eventually start to get that pattern. Ten seconds. Just got 3 more to come afterwards. Last 5. Okay, good. Next up, we've got a reverse crunch. Spin around your back, hands down, legs up. Control the movement. Off you go. So try not to just drop down. Come down with control. And the aim, the ultimate aim is to go straight up, straight down. So we're not going too much towards the head if we can help it. The aim is to go straight up, straight down. You can use your hands to push your hands down into the floor. And like I said earlier, you can hold at the top. So you can come up and hold for a second or 2. Last couple of reps. Okay, good. Then we go on to the hamstring walk. Last couple now. So bend the knees, feet flat on the floor, lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, and then walk the legs out. Squeeze and hold at the end. Walk back and repeat. Nice and controlled. You can even slide the feet if you've got a slippy enough surface. But we keep that tension in the glutes. Squeeze at either end. Last couple of reps, or last rep. Good, then we finish off with the twisting jackknife or twisting crunch. Last one, off you go, 45. Finish off the abs. You can do the whole movement where you lift the whole torso and you rotate, or you can shorten it and just do the shoulders up across the opposite knee. Whoever works for you. We'll try and keep working on this last one. If you need to, you can even switch to just a normal crunch or a twisting crunch. Last one, let's try and keep working to the end. Coming into the last 10 seconds. Last few reps. 5 seconds. And well done, relax, hold it there. Good work, guys. Grab a drink. have a little rest, get your air back in. When you're ready, so if you want to do this before you drink, take the hands out, we just stretch out the abs, arms overhead, legs out straight, lengthen out the abs, allow the lower back to arch. And then spin around, I'll just keep stretching relatively brief. We'll do this one on the knees, sit back, so there's a good stretch for quads, lats, chest. So we're dropping the chest down towards the floor, so it covers a lot of stretches, this one. And then come up onto one knee, straighten one leg, tip forward from the hip, stretching the hamstrings, back of the upper leg. So don't forget to check out the playlist if you want to do another workout before tonight's hit. Have a look what we got on there. Yesterday was a full body circuit with just a pair of dumbbells. If you missed that one, check it out. Change legs on the hamstrings. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, let people know about the channel and the Facebook groups, Ricky Warden Fitness Live on Facebook. That is where you'll see the schedules and also the links to the videos, the various videos I do on YouTube. Take the hands forward, separate the shoulder blades, stretching out the upper back. And then take the hands back, stretch the chest. You might want to stretch the quads as well, although we did it in the child's pose, but I'll leave it up to you. Have a good stretch. If you want to do another workout, use the playlist. I will see you later today. Have a good day. Cheers, guys.